These comments are for Chema, and this is Michael Buckoff from BetterTOEFLScores.com. First of all, I want to thank you for making your comments. For some TOEFLers, students who study TOEFL, it's a little bit scary. But you made a comment at my blog, and let me read what you said. It says, I want to improve my TOEFL score because I need to get a PhD, but unfortunately I found many problems in my way. So how is the TOEFL strategy to study? So before I get into the strategies and those kinds of things, I want to say congratulations. You've done a lot of great things in your life so far. You got a bachelor's degree, and I'm inferring that if you want a PhD, you probably have a master's degree also. Terrific. You've accomplished some big goals in your life. You got two more, right? So first, you need to pass the TOEFL so that you can get the PhD, and probably, if you want to get a PhD, especially in English, you need to have a very high speaking score, and your writing score needs to be pretty good. Am I right? Alright, now let's talk about the strategy. The TOEFL requires knowledge in a lot of areas, and because of this, at Better TOEFL Scores, I created the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL test. And what that means is beginning with vocabulary, I give you some instruction to help improve vocabulary skills. And then the next step is pronunciation. The third step is grammar. The fourth is listening. Fifth is reading. Sixth is writing. And finally, speaking. I put speaking last because it's the most difficult. And excuse me, as you go through my lessons, remember at Better TOEFL Scores, I have 24 lessons to help you pass a TOEFL test, and most of these lessons are either one of two things. Usually it's a video lesson, and I'll discuss important things in the video to help you improve your English. Also, some lessons are PDF files like ebooks. Some of my vocabulary lessons are ebooks. Either way, I'll give you some instruction and some practice to help you improve your overall academic English. I suggest that you go with vocabulary first, and then you go to pronunciation. Remember that if you do have some more difficult pronunciation issues, I suggest that you subscribe to my Speak Clearly service, where I help you kind of tutoring a little bit, where I help you improve your accent and your pronunciation as it relates to vowels, consonants, syllable division, grammatical word endings, intonation, thought groups, and blending, right? So I help you in those areas. Anyway, the 7-step system is a pretty good method that I've worked on and I've developed over the last 5 years, and it can and it will help you improve your score. Now remember that when you take lessons, you also need to practice. So I highly recommend that when you're taking my speaking lessons, that you also make and record some speaking responses on those password protected pages, and then using the same rubric that the TOEFL uses to score your speaking, I will do the same. So I'll tell you if you have 1 out of 4 or 2 out of 4 or 3.0 out of 4, and then I'll explain why so that you can improve and get better. I also recommend on the password protected pages of your writing lessons, I also recommend that you practice making some written responses. And again, like I did with your speaking, or like I will do with your speaking, I will also give you some practice test scores with your writing so you can kind of see where you are. Does that make sense? So you can do it. I know that you think it might be difficult right now, and I know that you have problems, but all students who study TOEFL have problems. But the main thing is can you solve those problems? I think together we can solve these problems. I can especially help you solve problems as it relate to pronunciation, as it relate to speaking, and also with writing. I can truly help you become better in those areas, and that's one of the main reasons. Better TOEFL scores has approximately 500,000 visitors over the last 2 years. I'm getting bigger every day, but anyway, good luck to you. And if you do take my lessons, don't forget to post your speaking and your writing responses so I can give you some practice test scores. That helps you figure out where you are right now. All right?